บุตรอนุวัตมาแล้ว นุวัตมาแล้วเหมาเปิดอยู่นี่กดช่วงแล้วแต่ไม่ได้เข้า
นี่ทำไมหมุนวะทำไมเมาเข้ามาของกูหมุนวะ
ว่ะ
หมุนไม่ได้ไม่แอดใหม่ห้องแปลก
ได้อ
ๆเหมือ
ยู่มั้
น
ง
จะแหลกลองดู
มึงหมดทุกครั้งที่มีคนมา
ใช่ใช่
ชวนพี่โอ๊ตแต่พี่โอ๊ตไม่มา กดไปละ2-3 ครั้ง
อีกซ้ำว่ะ
โอ้อยู่อันดับ3เลยวันนี้
เมาปรับแผนนะ
แม่งโยกเล่นกูกลตู้พอเหลือ16 ใบแม่งก็ต้องไปต่อแล้วอ่ะมันเกินจุดหยุดแล้วอ่ะ
มาตัวที่เท่าไหร่มาเกือบหมดนะเหลือกี่ตัว
13แล้วพอเปิดอีก9ก็คือได้ เปิดอีก10ก็คือได้เลยเน็ตเวทตอนแรกว่าจะกดทีละครั้งแต่คิดว่ากดชุดดีกว่ากดทีละครั้งกลัวมันเอาใบสุดท้าย
ถ้ากดทีละครั้งใบสุดท้ายกดชุดไปก่อน
ขออย่าให้อาร์เซนอลมาเยอะไม่มีแล้วหมดใช้โควต้าแบบแพ็ค200ลองเล่นแล้วกุลิตแม่งสู้โฮเพเยอร์ไม่ได้แต่เหมือนจะยิงคมกว่านะ
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game.
เน็ตเวทยังได้ใช้อยู่เพราะมันเล่นริมเส้นอยู่แล้ว
ใช่ใช่เน็ตเวทได้ใช้
ตำแหน่งอะไรก็ไม่ได้มีปัญหามันได้ใช้อยู่แล้ว
แต่มูเซล่ามันไม่มีสโมสรเหี้ยมากอะไม่ใส่สโมสรมาให้เล่นได้ถึงทีมชาติ
The ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things already rolling. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable.
He's having a pop!
เสียของ
And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Unsurprisingly, he's been quick to apologise. If you lean backwards, the results are normally high and wide.
That is good progress on the left. Roberto Carlos, and it's played in here. Van Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Roberto Carlos. Threads one in. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. Brilliantly cut out. Now, can they get him away? Oh, played right into his path. Pirlo. Cantona. And this is big chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! Well, would you believe that? The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Hull are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Cannavaro. More and more pressure on the ball here. Nicely spread. It's an inviting looking ball that. McAllister. First quarter of an hour gone. Schneider. That's an excellent interception. Hull are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Rui Costa had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
And he's managed to get free. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
And the shot! And that's it!
Long.
They are purring, truly purring. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Roberto Carlos. Pirlo. He can run onto that. Oh, super. It's Griezmann!
อืม
And yes,
ใช่
it's
แล้วนะตัวนะ
there!
คิสมัน
That is lovely. Finished with
ไม่ปั่นแต่เข้า
amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant
Pan
every
nói.
bit of that, Peter. He
Bầu-bầu
had his
đấy.
head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Hull cut their deficit and look raring to... Mbappe! And the keeper couldn't
Here.
hold it.
อื้อหือ
And that has fair fizzed.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches
มัน
away.
โล่งไปตื่นเต้น
Approaching the half-hour mark. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Griezmann picks it up out wide.
อืมนึกว่าจะเผาบ้านซะแล้ว
Belletti. Now he's off and running. Matheus Cunha. Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Thuram. It's Rui Costa. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Shevchenko. Rui Costa
ยังเข้า
will
อีก
not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That has been slung wide. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Now it's Neymar.
ลอส
Tries to pass it through. Schneider can see things others simply cannot. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide.
อ่ะอื้อหือออกไปก่อน
Calafiori gets over and intercepts. Rodgers going after that. Rodgers. Rui Costa. Rui Costa gets on his bike and on the move. No, it's come to nothing. Calafiori. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Hull have got it back. So temporary
ยิง
halt to
ใส่
the
แต่หลบ
action.
ไม่ได้
Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the
ไม่
pitch,
ใช่แพ็กตัวเอง
pass
นี่หว่า
quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone
Đây nè.
takes a well-earned
ดูก็
rest.
เล่นแผนตัวเองอีก
อืม
แต่ดูไม่ใช่ แผนเมา
So off we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that is out of play. Pirlo. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Matthews, he's having a hit!
นี่
And
มัน
the
จะจ่าย
keeper
ต่อ
has reacted superbly
Good,
there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Keeper's dealt with that. Oh, that's neat. He's shifting through the gears here. And he can clear it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's got away. Rui Costa. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but
Rui Costa.
the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Well, plenty of early set pieces here.
โอ้โหแม่งแรงเกิน
Just too high.
The moans and groans are
Some-
predictable. He felt compelled to try.
ไม่ได้ซ้อมฟรีคิกเลยท่านหลายภาพแล้ว
A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. And no, that was never going to make it.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And he was quick to react. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Tries one from range.
ไม่มีทิศทาง
And that is
Didn't
doing no harm at all.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Belletti. That's a lovely, neat pass. Van Dijk. He's a sharp little ball here. Looking for the run. Hoisted in. He's done well to get that clear, but they've got it again. And it's Belletti. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, nicely intercepted. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Griezmann. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And this is Shevchenko. Neymar. There's the shot! It's a goal!
ในการเสียบ
Do not write them off. Back they come. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
เดี๋ยวก็จะกลับมันไม่ได้
อ้าวทำไมใน Facebook แม่งหมุนวะ
ไม่นะปกติ
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets.
อืม
ยืด
อืมเหลือง
And the referee has brought play back
Ay,
and
pues te
showed him a
pick up
yellow
para.
card. Calafiori. It's Bellingham. And he's been shifted off it. And that interception was most necessary.
ยังกลับ
That was
ได้
well played, well stopped.
Gerrard.
อ่ะยังนึกว่าได้ไปแล้ว
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Little doubt,
Good
that is a
man.
foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Calafiori. Bellingham. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And it's Griezmann. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, such a
Long
clever
ball.
ๆลอง
touch.
พักระเบียบ
ไอ้เหี้ยตัวยัง
ระ
จิ๋
เบี
ว
ยบพักคาร์ลอส
Chance for a shot.
อืม
He
Nhìn chịu
lifts
rồi.
the roof. Oh, that has got to be it. This has to be
แล้วส่ง
it.
ยืนรอนะแต่ไม่ได้
Oh,
ตัว
whose
กู
goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Milan now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Bellingham, the magician in chief, his feet twinkling. Can he get it through? Pepe cuts out the pass, looking to play him in. Well, that is one way to stop him.
ทำแล้ว
The referee's awarded a free kick,
อ๋อมันให้
and he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
It is close, but that is the
Right.
last of it. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was...
นี่เอาโยเคเลสลงเลยแต่ไม่ติดทีม มันได้อีกประมาณ10 อันในตัวเนี้ยไม่น่าได้หรอกน่าจะได้แค่ตัวเดียวนี่แหละ
แล้วมันก็เปิดซ้ำอยู่แล้วเพราะมันเปิดแยกอยู่แล้วนี่จะเปิดตัวฟรีแล้วมาเปิดอีกทีก็เหมือนกันเนี่ยมันก็ได้แยก
ไม่กูไม่ได้ฟรีกูเปิดได้หมดทุกตัว ได้ไปเลยเพราะมันเปิดสุ่มแยก7 ใบเนี่ยกลับมาเปิดมันก็มีโอกาสได้ตัวซ้ำอะ มันต้องแบบมีแบบต้องมีคนได้สัก2 ตัวบ้างนะเดี๋ยวมันก็มีคนมาข่ม
เปิดช้าไงได้2 ตัว เราตั้งแผนนะ
ทางขวาเส้นเนติทางขวาได้เอนดริกดิฟไลน์ฟอร์เวิร์ดโอ้โหตรงกลางไม่คนน้อย
ลงมาได้อะไร
เป็นบัฟเฟ่ดีฟไลน์
มีประตูยังหยิบอะไรเส้นหยิบอะไรถ้วยใช่ปะใช่ครับ1สีใหญ่สีส้มเหรอไม่ใช่อันนี้สีส้มกับสีแดง
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
ส่งให้เมา
So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I think the role Jude Bellingham will be given will be important here. He's
shot a goal!
เรื่องไว
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than
หลุดจะลง
toes.
กดโกออก
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
โอเคเลย
So the game's first significant moment, and it's
How
come
long
earlier than
could they
perhaps
lock
we
the
anticipated. Calafiori wins the duel this time. Opts for safety. Nicely weighted ball.
วิเอิร์น
Cunha going face to face with his great rival. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Tries to pass it for and a chance! And the keeper couldn't
อืม
hold it.
ทำได้
And that's in. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a
Man U
collective
จะได้ทำประตู
determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Strasbourg restore parity.
Well, I think the players...
Could be danger here. Hangs in a cross.
That's good defensive concentration. That's just playing it safe
ไม่
and
เปลี่ยนตัว
simple.
กูออก
Intercepts the throw.
Yeah.
That's well read.
สีแดงอ่ะ
He's through here. Oh, red. Nice interception. It's a searching pass. And he's intervened well there. Now the ball's gone astray. Space for him to turn and look. And
โอ้ย
now
ปล่อย
they
ออก
can
ก็
clear
ได้
the
นะ
lines.
AI แม่งเอาบอลให้
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And the pass is
แด
intercepted.
ง
Del Piero is shouting after that one.
สีแดงสีแดง
Oh, that looks a good ball through. Matches
อื
Cunha!
ม
Goal! Strasbourg! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Strasbourg with the lead.
Oh, I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, played
So
through for the
soft.
wide man. Cleared without hesitation. Has a look and plays it
อื
forward.
ม
โอ้
ไม่
เขาส่ง
ทัน
อะไรวะ
That's a throw. And he's heaved it away. Ball's out. It'll be a
แม่
throw
ง
in
ออก
again.
ตัวเหมือนอาร์เซนอลของจริงเลย
And that's definitely not his best. It's a quick ball upfield. And he's managed to get free. Neymar making a dash for it. Bergkamp. He's had a shot!
อืมเอาแต้ม
Oh,
ไปก่อน
nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Rui Costa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Robertson, and it's Neymar. That pass has been well intercepted. Played down the flank. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Mohamed Salah is someone with real dynamite in his boots. He's a sharp little ball here. Looking for the run. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he shoots!
โยเคเลสอื้อหือ
It's an inviting looking ball, that. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Del Piero. Good chance here!
มือแตก
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Del Piero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's quick to return it. Oh, he's having a go! Big
Lie
relief,
off.
it just needed better
Doing well, doing well.
contact.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Bellingham. Zanetti, nice looking ball. Oh, he's found support out
ไป
wide.
ล้อมงไปล้อมง
There's some great
Long
running on
bait,
show
yeah.
here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
McAllister is always looking to break lines. No, not quite on the
No.
same wavelength.
เลยไปหมด
McAllister is there and he can pick it up. Cannavaro gets a foot in here. The whistle's gone and that's it for the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
ซาร่าน่าจะเล่นได้อีก
So that's
เกม
how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second
Yeah.
half very soon.
เดี๋ยวค่อยว่ากัน
So off we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Calafiori does well not to be outdone
นี่
there.
มาเตะโดยเฉพาะ
It's Rui Costa. Robertson. And he's picked it up out wide. Pinches it off him. And he's been shifted off it. Alonso. Nicely spread. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal
ไอ้
kick's
ที่
been
ไม่โดนเหลือง
given.
ด้วยเหรอวะเนี่ย
มันไม่ล้มเมื่อกี้
And here's Neymar. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. So, Jim, is that the manager telling
That's
the
a cool
forwards
shame.
that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Great defending, strong and determined.
ยังไปได้ยังไปได้
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Nicked it back promptly. And it's Rui Costa. Here's a shot!
เอ้าโอ้โหมึงกระโดดไปตรงนู้นปัดอีกทางหนึ่ง
with the clearance.
หลงกูยังหลงเลยเนี่ย
He's had it taken off him.
Hull really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Bergkamp. McAllister. And this is Mohamed Salah. He has found a way through. So much time and space
คว่ำไป
here.
แล้ว
No, he's not getting his way this time. Van Dijk. Yamal. Now it's Del Piero. He shifted it to the flank and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Can he get it through? Cross flung in towards the middle. Cleared away. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Yamal. Pirlo. Spread it left. Neymar has it out wide and in space. Calafiori getting this one clear. Yamal!
เปลี่ยนตัวนะหมด
ไม่เล่นไม่เล่น
คิวจะเป็นเรื่อง
ไม่มีการรับ
คือของเล่น CJ ที่มันหมุนแล้วมีไฟอ่ะ ตอนเนี้ยไฟติดตลอดแล้วไม่ต้องหมุนละไม่พังแล้ว
เสีย
ไฟติดตลอดแล้วไม่ต้องหมุนแล้วตอนนี้
It's their second corner of the game. Gerrard with the short one. Delivers the ball. Oh, important interception. The ball has bounced loose now. And it's Nakata.
Hull really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He's shifting through the gears here. He stands tall and strong.
ไอ้เด็กมันเร็วว่ะ
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
ป๊าป๊า
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's gone for a throw-in.
ทันปะวะ
Well, this could be it. Past something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
เสาสอง
That's where it came from.
ไม่ถึง
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Endrick going about things with real menace. Gerrard. Looking for options for movement.
โอ้โหยืด
De Bruyne. Aimed beyond the defence. That's a lovely neat pass. Shot could be on. Great ball. And the shot!
อืม
And that's a sharp
เปลี่ยนโก
finish.
ง
Two ahead, late in the day. Game
Đẻ,
over
đẻ.
surely. One sweeping move executed. That's that, the end. Hull can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Hull desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed
มา
in so many
มา
areas
โก้
on the
กรอบ
pitch.
ๆอย่าง
And you're never going to win like that.
มาโก้กรอบ
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening
ของ
to
มัน
you.
ชนะได้2 อัน มาชุดตำนานมา
มาเดี๋ยวเปิดให้ มานี่ เดี๋ยวเจาะให้ มาเอามาเดี๋ยวว่าเจาะให้ มาเอาไปเอานมไปโอเคจ่อให้แล้วอ่ะจ่อให้แล้ว
หมาปรับตัวนะหมาสีนี้เลยวะเยอะไปลองเครื่องลองแอะแต่พัดลมนะ เกมสุดท้ายนะครับ
เบอร์หนึ่ง
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon.
ตัวเดียว
We're up and running then. Well, for Pepe, this is the time to get that stern focus in his eyes.
Yes, it's that look that says, I'll win at all costs, and you better be prepared for what's coming.
Well, he knows, doesn't he? He just knows. At the core of his game is winning battles, physical, aerial, mental. To him, winning, however he does it, matters most.
ยังอุตส่าห์ได้
Chooses to go crossfield. And it's Thuram. De Arrascaeta did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And
ยิงจากเบา
Shevchenko! Oh,
ดีนะมันไม่ได้หันหน้า
nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
That's a good ball out wide. Roberto Carlos. Oh, this looks sharp. Looking tidy in possession here. Great chance!
มันถูก
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Hull finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Roberto Carlos venturing down the left. Gerrard. Well, that is one way to stop him. Goes down, but nothing given. Tries to pass it through. Ferdinand is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. And it's Sneijder. Thuram. Now it's Del Piero. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
Rummenigge really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
อุ้ยมันเลย
Zanetti crosses.
รอเอาบอลก่อน
He's going for goal!
ไม่เข้า
Wide, but only just.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Not the best distribution from the
ห
keeper.
น้าอ๋อ
Now he's got space here. Pepe gets across to intercept that. Vermaelen is the team's great visionary. Now, can they get him away? Puyol gets over and intercepts. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Puyol. Pirlo. Knocks it into space.
เดี๋ยวลงมา
And he's in on goal. Shoots! Oh, good finish. They have pulled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The
Son,
keeper was
son,
never
son.
going to stop it.
ซอทีซอที
Hull restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, that's a key interception. Sneijder. Nicely weighted ball.
ใกล้เกิน
Ferdinand. That's a cute ball. And he was quick to react. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ferdinand. Now Otto. Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos plays it forward. Neymar. Oh, well played.
รีบส่งเกินมาหน่อย
Now it's Del Piero. Gerrard. Tries to play it through. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
เปิดย่องๆเลยตุลาม
Hull with the corner. There first.
โกล้มก่อน
ล้
ล้
ม
ม
Del Piero
สะดุดอะไรหรือเปล่า
is a
เมื่อกี้
player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Well, that's a booking. Always
เหมือน
looked in.
วิ่งมามันสะดุดอะไรสักอย่างลง
It's a searching pass. Brilliantly cut out. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and
Cô
it's
mình
1-1
vô
at
cô
the
mới cho
break.
đẹp mùn nó
Both
lòi.
teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Ayutthaya kick off the second half. They get a throw
รู้
in.
ไม่ออก
And here's Shevchenko. Yaya Toure proves too strong. Rummenigge. Now it's Schneider. And it's with the keeper. And that has left him in a heap. Yaya Toure. Shifted it to the flank. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Neymar. Very nicely done. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Otto did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
ตุดไปเฉย
Zanetti
ตุด
delivers.
ไปก็ต้องหมกแล้ว
Nice
ล่ะ
interception, well timed.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
That's really well manoeuvred. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Zanetti picks it up now. Towering header!
โมงไม่ตรง
That is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Pass somewhat off target. Schneider is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, it didn't
ชิบ
look
หายแล้ว
but that was brave defending, and they got away
หา
with it.
ด้วย
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Pirlo,
This is the
Ah,
time you
London,
need that
okay.
pace.
and he's forced to go back. Oh, easy pickings there. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game. So the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
ภาษาเด็กน้อย
Ribery having a look.
Well, they're probably going to bend it in. They'll need a good in-swinger, though.
Number 11, Neymar. Number 15, Lilian Thuram. Coming on the field, number 17, Mbappe. Number 10,
Decent hit from there.
number 18,
ปั่นไม่พอ
number 8, Hiroshi Nakata. Substitution.
Roberto Carlos, never out of the action for very long. Ayutthaya are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Yaya Toure. Ribery. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well
Hey.
played, well
ไม่
stopped.
ใช่กูใช่ไหม
And it's Lam. Oh, good
หน้า
ball.
ปะวะวางแล้วเชียว
Mbappe is flagged offside.
เดี๋ยวก็ได้บอลเมื่อกี้วิ่งขึ้นหน้า
And the pass is intercepted. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Great defending, strong and determined.
พาร์ทเลเวลสอง
Threads one in. Spread it left. Roberto Carlos delivers. Del
ยิง
Piero!
ไม่หันหน้า
Hits off target and by
เด็ก
quite
ไม่
a
หันซ้าย
way.
หันขวา
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
บอลแม่งผ่านไปผ่านมา
Lofted upfield.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And this is Yaya Toure. Toure cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking
โอ้โหยิงไม่ได้
responsibility to shift the target. He badly
Lạc
needs
đi.
some help here.
And that was nowhere near
Eh,
his
ยังไง
best.
นะ ผมสงสัยส่ง
Played into space. Now it's Rui Costa. Del Piero in acres of space out wide. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Ayutthaya clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's been shifted off it. What a throw in. Now it's Mbappe.
คว่ำไปแล้ว เอายังได้อีก
Goes for a shot! That's a foul, no two ways
ฮาร์
about
ด
it.
โกล
And he has shown him a yellow card.
ไม่พับไป
And it's Otto. Pass is just off target.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That is good alertness. Ball quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Zanetti has a look and plays it forward. Otto,
คว่
I think they're done. They are done. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner.
ำนี่ไงกูบอกแล้วว่ามันตัด
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being
ว่ะ
anticlimactic.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good
Chanela.
evening.
อืม
本日はありがとうございました。